Welcome to this Emmanuel versus Gilmanton basketball game here. JV's boys basketball here at Gilmanton. Gilmanton. Yeah, there we go. Saying words, getting things right. Let's go here. Minute 35 here before the game begins. First game for at least Emmanuel's JV here. I don't know about Gilmanton. Not sure. I'm assuming it's their first game as well, but couldn't tell you for sure. Just finishing up warm-ups here. Both teams looking decent here. Hopefully we'll have a good game. The Emmanuel JV for sure is a very young JV this year, made up almost entirely of freshmen. Let's see. There's two non-freshmen on it, and it looks like one of them is playing up on varsity today, so we'll not be playing with them. So only one non-freshman, and he's not on here. He's playing with varsity too. There is one non-freshman out there though who's not on my thing, but otherwise it's an entirely freshman team for the boys JV here. For Emmanuel. For Gilmanton, we have more of a spread. They only have 3 freshmen according to this, mostly sophomores and a junior and a senior. So they definitely have an older team here today. So that's an advantage. Looks like starting out for the Lancers, we're going to have Tim Oster, Daniel Hine, Jeremy Bobeck, Ryan, that's not his name, hold on. Austin Williams and Connor Sullivan. There. That's who I'm looking at. I'll try and tell you who's starting out for Gilmanton here when they take the field. If you have anything to tell me, you can just type it in. There's a comment bar beside the video now. We got that up and running. And so if you type it there, it'll pop up on my screen and I can read your comments and see what you have to say. So it looks like starting out for Gilmanton, we have number 34, Karsten, I'm just going to say their first names. Carson, number 2, Watt, number 33, Devin, number 23, Ryan, and number 13, Brad. Looks like we have Sullivan and 34 jumping for the ball here. Sullivan looks like he might have got a hand on it. However, 13 ends up with the ball. Lancers look like they're playing a man here. Out to 33 on the edge. 33 looking up top to 2. 2 over to 14. 14 down to 3 in the wing. Wing looking inside. Goes back out to the wing. And 13 takes a 3. It's off. However, 33 managing to get the rebound. Sullivan stole it, however, and out to Daniel. Daniel bringing it down pretty quickly. Finds Tim. Tim managing to keep the ball. Good job there by Tim keeping that ball. They're trying to steal it from Tim, but he manages to keep it. Nice ball handling there by Tim, or just keeping the ball. Over to Jeremy. Jeremy driving down the wing, trying to get around someone, not finding anything. Back up top to Daniel. Daniel over to Tim. Tim looking over to Connor. Connor back into Sullivan. Sullivan back up to Daniel. Daniel faking a 3, going around, finding Jeremy back up top. Jeremy trying to drive down the wing, but bounces the ball off his leg, letting his team set up a little bit. Back over to Tim on the other side. Tim looking into Connor. Very nice pass there. Good shot by Connor, and Jeremy managing to get the rebound. Off of 2 there, out of bounds, and it will be the Lancers' ball. It's just me here broadcasting tonight, so hopefully I can do everything pretty well. Jeremy will be passing it in. Looks like they're running a post or something. Jeremy looking to pass it in, finds Connor. Connor looking down over to Daniel, more on the wing here. Daniel can't find anywhere he wants to go with it. Finally goes to the other side. Connor taking a 3. It's off. And number 2 ends up with the ball. Number 2 is Watt. Bringing it up the court is 13. 13 looking down the wing. Almost stolen there by Connor, but 33 manages to keep a hand on it. Back up top to 2. 2 down to 13, down in the corner. 13 passing it into 23. Nice pass and good post move there by 23. Very well done by Gilmanton, taking the first point here. It's 2-0. 14 minutes left. Nice drive there by Daniel. He puts up the shot, but it's no good. Number 2 now passing it to 13. 13 bringing it down fast. Looks like he might have thought about taking the 3, but decided against it. 2 getting trapped. It ends up almost going out of bounds. He manages to get it back in. 13 ends up with the ball. Nice pass down to 23. And that will be a foul there on... Hold on, let me make sure I'm saying these people's names right. Oh, Austin and Connor. The foul there is on Connor, number 34. His first personal, team's first. 13's going to be passing it in. 13, Brad, passes it in to 33. 33 looking for back to Brad. Almost loses the ball, but manages to regain it. He's driving in. Helped out there. Nice help there by Tim. 34 manages to keep it in bounds. 13 has it up top again. Tries to pass it, but it bounces off Tim's feet. Jeremy hustling after it, keeping 13 from getting it, but 33 ends up with it. 2 ends up in the open, but misses his shot, and Tim gets the rebound. Tim just holding on to the ball until he can get it off to Daniel. Daniel will bring it up the court. Daniel looks to Jeremy. Jeremy looking for somewhere to go with it. Goes out to Tim. Tim trying to pass it into Jeremy. Ends up getting the ball stolen. Bringing it down the court now, Gilmanton. A 3 taken by number 33. It's off. Tim fighting for the rebound from 23. Takes it. Trying to look over to Connor. Almost goes out of bounds, but Connor pulls it in. Connor will bring it up the court now. Over to Daniel. Daniel, no, it wasn't Connor. That's Austin. I keep getting those two confused. Austin bringing it around. Takes a nice shot from the 3. It's off. And Lancers not hustling after the rebound there fast enough. Gilmanton gets it. So far, Lancers have been having a hard time getting these shots off here early in this first game. Hopefully they can change that up. Both teams have been playing some pretty good defense though. So Lancers have had a few openings in their defense, but that they can fix up pretty fast. 33 kind of getting trapped by Austin there up top. He brings it back up top and waits for his offense to set something up. Down to the wing on 13. He's looking to go around Jeremy. Passes it. Great pass there to 23 around Connor, and Tim fouling him as he goes up for the shot. That'll be 2 shots for 23. First foul there on... Oh, Connor's second foul. Never mind. I thought Ben got the foul, but that was Connor. His second foul. Team's second foul. 23's first shot is just barely off. Such a close shot on that first free throw there, but it's no good. In comes Kevin for Tim for the Lancers, and in comes, I can't see his number, 10, I think. 10 doesn't exist. It might be 40. If it is, it's 40. It's Dakota. Second free throw's off, and Jeremy gets it. Passing it trying to pass it all the way down to Connor, but 23 getting in the way there. It's 30. I'll try and say his name when I get a chance that came in. 13 dribbling it across. Finds 34. He's going to look to drive in. Jeremy managing to keep it. Connor getting the steal, and he rushes it down. It's not Connor. Austin, and Austin getting the second points of the game. It's 4-2. Number 30's name is Zach. That's who subbed in for Augusta. Looks like they switched up into a 2-3 here, perhaps. No, they did not, I don't think. But anyways, a shot by Gilmanton there, and Jeremy getting the rebound. He'll bring it down for the Lancers. Looks over to Austin. Austin driving it up top to Daniel. Daniel taking a 3. A nice shot, but no good. Austin getting the rebound, and it looks like he got fouled there. It'll be the Lancers ball. White 30, his first personal, team's first. 30 is Zach. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or just things to tell me, beside your video, there is a comment box. Type it in there, and I will get it on my screen, hopefully. Ethan coming in here. He takes a shot. It's no good. Sullivan going for the rebound, but unable to get it as 14 steals it from him. Oh, they're running a 1-3-1 here for defense. That's what they're doing, I think. Ooh, nice job there by Sullivan getting a hand on that. Unable to pull it in, though. Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure they're running some form of a 1-3-1. Nicely done there by Ethan Bailey getting the steal. He's rushing down the court, looking over to Austin. Unable to pass it, though, and they go out of bounds. Ball will go to Gilmanton. I think a timeout called here by Coach Radical. Full timeout here, 1 minute. So far, though, we've had a very interesting game here. I think two pretty evenly matched teams here. Both teams seem to be having a bit of problems on offense, but the defenses have been playing very well. Just the offense, they're having a hard time finding the nice open shots and getting some nice passes and movement going. But they're getting better here all the time, and I think we'll be in for a good end of this first half, and if not that, at least a good second half here. So far, I'd say very good game for the first game for both of these teams. Looking forwards to watching the rest of it here. Looks like it's going to be Gilmanton's ball on the Lancer side of the field. Or, I don't know ever how to say this, so. 33 will bring it up the court. 33 is Devin. Devin coming up. Devin looking in, manages to get it in. However, 23, when he looks down for a pass, finds it but is unable to get it there, and it goes out of bounds. 14, Jeremy will bring it up after getting the ball passed into him by Ethan. He goes back to Ethan. Ethan driving in a little bit, takes a shot. It was off, and the rebound is gotten by Gilmanton. Lancers hustling back on defense here. 13 looking inside. 23 drives. Nice drive there, and Ben gets the rebound, passing it off to Jeremy there. And Jeremy will bring it up. Very nice drive there by 23, and good job by Ben there of getting that rebound. Jeremy bringing it around over to Austin. Austin will bring it back up top, down to Connor on the wing. Connor getting screened for, but decides to pass it to Ethan instead. Ethan back to Austin, and Austin will bring it back up top to Jeremy. Jeremy looking to Connor or Austin. Neither of them seeing it, and 33 gets the ball. 33 coming down for a free three, is unable to get it. 30 trying to whack it back in, whacks it into the back of the hoop, and that's an out of bounds. Incoming 2 and 34 for Gilmanton. 34 is Carson, and I forget the other number I said. 2, Watt. Ethan passing it into Jeremy, and Jeremy will bring it down the court for us here. I believe that Gilmanton is running a man defense here. Down to Austin on the wings. Austin bringing it back up top. Looking all the way over to Ethan. Ethan on the wings taking a three. It is no good. And 2 gets the rebound down on the box there for Gilmanton. 33 bringing it down. Pass for Gilmanton. Looking back over to 2. Looking back to 33. He's looking down. Can't find anyone. Looked like he might have traveled there, but nothing called. 2 taking the three. It is no good, and Jeremy gets the ball. Lancers 1-3-1 really seems to be working here so far in Gilmanton. 34, Connor has it. No, Austin has it up top, down to Jeremy. Jeremy bringing it back over to Connor. Connor taking the three. It's no good. Daniel came in at some point for the Lancers. Don't remember seeing him sub in. 33 bringing it down the court fast here. He's looking down, unable to find anyone. Goes over to 2. 2 flinging it down to the wing. Nice swing here. When he looks back, however, he passes it, and Austin getting the point. Austin making his second point of the game here. Austin having all the points for the Lancers on these breakaways. It is 2-4, I think. Lancers leading. I think Austin's had all the points. 33 bringing it down, not wanting to go into the trap yet. 2 looking across, gets it into 23. 23 going up, making the shot, and getting fouled by Daniel there. That was a nice pass there. Good looking and nice post move by 23. 23 seems to be a pretty good post player so far. However, I feel like he was fouled earlier and did not make either of his free throws, so see if he can redo that. I think he might have all the points, however, for Gilmanton as well. His first shot is good, and that is his only shot. In comes Matt Rademacher for the Lancers. Matt coming in for Austin. Daniel will pass it in here to Jeremy, and Jeremy will bring it up the court. Jeremy finding Matt on the wing. Matt down to Tim. Tim looking up top to Daniel. Daniel fighting for the ball, loses it. 34 takes it and brings it down. However, he travels before he can make his layup. Good defense there by Matt, and nice try by Daniel to hold on to that ball. Ethan passing it into Jeremy. Again, Jeremy will bring it up the court once more for the Lancers. Jeremy looks over to Matt. Matt trying to go back to Jeremy is unable to. Jeremy manages to get his fingertips on the ball, however, as it goes out of bounds, and it will be the ball for Gilmanton, therefore. Gilmanton's 13 passing it into 33. 33 is, I lost my paper here. Hold on a second. 33 is Devin. Devin will bring it up again. Devin over to 13. 13 back up top to Devin. Matt playing up top now for the Lancers. Devin looking back to 13. He'll go down onto the wing. Back up top to Devin. Gilmanton having a hard time getting down in this 1-3-1. 13 driving lower onto the wing. Finding 34 inside. That's where you want to go on the 1-3-1. 33 taking a 3, and it's good. Bringing the score up to 8-4. Gilmanton now with a pretty substantial lead here. Almost 8 minutes left here. Daniel getting a pass from Daniel. That's confusing. I'm going to have to start calling them Hine and Mayhew, I guess. Connor coming in here for Matt. Looks like Ethan will be passing it in here. Ethan finding Mayhew. Ball hitting the out of bounds line, I think, as it was passed to Daniel there. Devin passing it into 13. 13 will bring it down the court here. He's going to drive down a wing. Looking low, unable to find anyone. Continues driving, finally has to go back up top to Devin. Devin wants to drive the other wing, but doesn't seem to be confident with his left hand. They're going back to 13. 13 with a great drive, looks across the court. Connor picking it up, going in for a layup, stops, and I guess he traveled there on that stop. I think he should have just pressed for his layup there, but he must not have felt confident with it. Kevin coming in for Tim. Devin will bring it down the court here. Passed into by Brad. Back to Brad here. Brad looking down to 4 into 23. Nice pass. Good look there over to 34. He puts it up, and it'll be a jump ball. Good job by Kevin of getting in on that one, and nice job by 23 of getting up and going after that rebound. This time it will go to the Lancers off that jump ball, and Daniel will be passing it in. It appears as though Gilmanton might try to press here, or they're not trying to press, they are pressing. Daniel and Ethan trying to run a press break, and that's Mayhew, that is. Mayhew manages to get the ball. He will dribble all the way up the court here. Back and forth, back to Hine. Hine with a nice drive there, puts up the shot. It's no good. Kevin trying to come in to get the rebound, but unable to get it from 34. 13 bringing it down the court. He'll look up top to 34. Beautiful pass there. 34 taking a shot, and Ethan getting the rebound off the short shot. Ethan dribbling through hard up top to Daniel. Daniel up to Hine. Hine looking for a drive, but goes back to Mayhew. Mayhew driving through the middle. Goes up for a shot and is unable to. Gets his own ball back, though. Nice pass in there to Ethan. Ethan unable to make his shot. 34 getting the rebound, and it looks like we have 13 Brad bringing it back up the court. Brad looking down a wing, not going, faking a pass. 34 didn't expect the pass, though it went through his legs, and Ethan ended up with the ball. Ethan will bring it back up the court here. Goes over to Kevin. Kevin looking to bring it back up top. Goes to Daniel. Daniel driving. Looks for a shot, is unable to get it. Goes back up and is unable to get it yet again. Ball's on the floor, and Gilmanton picks it up. Daniel going after the ball, gets a foul called on him. That'll be his first personal, team's fourth. I think it's his first personal. We'll see here when it comes out. In comes Jeremy. Jeremy coming in for Ethan, and in comes number 2. Number 2 is Watt. Brad passing it into Watt, who passes it back to Brad, and Brad will bring it up the court. I need something else to say for bring it up the court. If you can think of something, type it out to me in the live comment section, I think it's called. Back over to Brad, into 34, to Watt taking the shot, and Watt's shot is good. The second three made by Gilmanton this game. Almost the press almost worked there as he almost stole the ball from Hine there. I forget what his number was. Jeremy up top. Lancers recovering well from almost having the ball stolen. Lancers just seem to be taking some wild shots here. I think that's what's really hurting them. The score is 11-4 with 5 minutes left. I think if they could just settle down a bit and take some good shots, they'd be right back in this. Brad with a nice drive up to 30, over to 2. Brad taking another 3, and it's no good. However, unable to rebound are the Lancers, and 23 boxes out, gets a rebound and puts it back up. Score 13-4. 23 doing some great post work here today. Jeremy looking over to Daniel. Daniel unable to pass it back to Jeremy. Goes up top to Hine. Hine driving through. Ends up getting the ball stolen from him. They keep after it, but are unable to get it. And up the court comes Brad. Brad into 34. 34 has the defense collapse on him. Tries to pass it out, but it ends up in Jeremy's hands. Jeremy driving in. Goes up for a shot. Again, no good. Lancers just taking those far away layups. Not a thing you want to do. I think they're called floating layups. I did them for a while. Down the court coming Brad again after being passed, after having the ball passed to him. I forgot 33's name already. Devin. Back to Devin from Brad. Brad looking back to Devin. Or Devin looking back to Brad, unable to. 23, putting up a shot and making a point again. They need to find someone who can guard that 23 in the post. He's just having 3 points right now off those rebounds. Jeremy looking over to Austin. Down to Chish. I can't remember younger Chish's name right now, so we'll just call him Chish. Devin bringing it down fast. I definitely thought there was a travel there, but nothing called. 23 going for the rebound, unable to get it, and it goes out of bounds. I should really tell you who 23 is after saying he's a good player. Looks like he's playing down from Varsity. His name is Lance Larson. Hine will be passing it in to Bernthal. I can't remember his name. I know all these people's names, but whenever I'm asked to say them, I always forget them here. Hine, waiting for his team to do something, finds Joel. That's his name. Joel over to Chish. And Chish making a long 2. Nicely done. Maybe he can get the Lancers into some point. We're switching into a 2-3, I think, here. Lancers almost missing the point for a steal, but Kevin goes after it, getting a jump ball here. This time it should be going to Gilmanton's Panthers here. 13 passing it in. That's Brad. Brad looking for one of his teammates. Finds Devin way up top. Devin driving around into the inside, looking down to 40, but it's stolen by Daniel. Nicely done there. Daniel will bring it down the court. Gilmanton's played man this entire game. Chish back up to Daniel. Daniel looking to Kevin on the wing. Kevin unable to find a drive there. Goes back up to Austin. Austin over to Daniel. Daniel bringing it back up top. Drives in for a shot. Doesn't make it. Austin coming in for a rebound, but it bounces right over his head. Brad bringing it down fast. Takes the 3, and it's no good. Lancers need to box out here and get these rebounds. 2 rebounds. 2 rebounds there for 3 rebounds there in a row for Gilmanton. Lancers really needing to box out. Trying to get it into 40. He's unable to pull it in, and it goes out of bounds. Lancers ball. In comes Kevin, and out goes Tim. Or in comes Tim, and out goes Kevin. Tim's on the court now. Joel gets the ball. Joel looking back to Daniel, gets it stolen by Brad. Brad going in for a layup, misses, almost gets his own rebound, does get his own rebound, kind of, and throws it out of bounds, trying to get it back in. It'll be Lance's ball again. Daniel passing it in here. Gets it into Austin. Austin will bring it up the court here. Score 15-6 with 2 minutes left here in this first half. Austin over to Daniel. Daniel driving around, looking over to Tim. Tim out to Chish. Chish over to Joel. Joel looking for a drive, almost has it stolen by Brad, but keeps the ball. Finds Tim. Tim trying to pass it across the court, and it ends up out of bounds. Two passing it in here. Two is Watt. Watt passing it into Brad. Brad will bring it up. Brad over to, I forgot his name suddenly. 34 looking for it. Brad, nope. The person whose name I forgot puts it up. That's 33. Tim getting fouled after he gets the rebound. Nicely done there. I don't know. White fouls on White 2. Number 2, Watt. That might be his first personal, but I don't know. No, that's his second personal, team's third. In comes, or out goes Noah, and in comes Joel. Noah's out on the court now. Austin looking for a drive, but instead passes it to Chish. Chish not finding anywhere to go with it. Finally goes up top to Hine. Hine over to Austin. Austin back up top to Chish. Chish looking for a drive down the same wing. Ends up with the ball back up top with Daniel. Daniel finds a drive almost, but has to pass it back out to Austin after almost having the ball stolen. Austin over to Chish up top. Chish driving around up top into the center. Goes in for another crazy layup, and it's no good. 34 getting the rebound and passes it off to Brad. Brad bringing it down. I take a second here and look at 33's name. 33's name is Devin. I missed something. Don't know what it was. 13 seconds. 43 seconds left here in this match. Score is 15-6. Brad passing it out. Devin has it up top over to 34. 34 takes a step before he starts dribbling, and that will end up with the Lancers getting the ball. Daniel here will pass it in to Austin. Austin having 30 seconds here before this half ends. He brings it down over to Daniel. Daniel holding onto the ball, finally driving up top, gets it over to Noah. Noah up to Ben. Ben into Jeremy. No, that's Chish. Down the field flies 13. 23 taking the long three. It's no good. 34 getting the rebound. 23 getting the rebound. Lancers need to start boxing out here. Gilmanton getting way too many rebounds here. Chances over and over again. Finally, a foul called there on 23 going over the back of Daniel Hine after he boxes out. Very good. 2.7 seconds left. Matt coming in. 34 White with the push there. That is his first personal, team's fourth, or his second personal. I don't know for sure. Getting the ball into Matt there. He has 1 second left over to Noah, and unable to put a shot up there at the end is the Lancers. That is the first half. Started out pretty well. Gilmanton pulled ahead there in the second part of that first half. Hopefully Lancers can come back. If they can just find a few good shots there, they could be right back in it. Also, if they start boxing out and stop giving Gilmanton so many chances there to make points, I think those could bring the Lancers right back in. Their defense excelled at everything, it seemed, but boxing out. Gilmanton played a overall very good match here, doing a good job boxing out. Their defense was doing pretty well. The only thing was their offense seemed a little bit slow at times, but overall I'd say they did very well. And for the first game, I think both teams playing pretty well. Definitely having room for improvement, but can't complain for a first game, I'd say, for both teams. So we will be back in 4 minutes and 20 seconds with the second half. Alrighty, I am back. As is Gilmanton here. 1 minute left here before the second half of this game. The score is 15-6. Lancers down by 9 points. Lancers yet to come out here. If you missed my analogy at the end of last half, I said I think if the Lancers can box out here and get some rebounds and take some nice shots, I think they'll be right back in this one. And yeah, looks like here comes the Lancers. 30 seconds left before the next half begins. I'll try and read off who starts for both teams maybe a bit, but as I'm only one person, I have my hands full turning a camera and looking and stuff, so we'll see what happens. Ten seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and now there's no seconds. Second half still has yet to start, even though there are no seconds until it starts. 16 minutes in this second half here. And let's see. Waiting for the teams to come out. Looks like for the Lancers, we have Connor Sullivan, Tim Oster, Daniel Hine, Jeremy Bobeck, and Austin Williams. For Gilmanton, Daniel's passing it in. Looks like he'll be looking for Jeremy, but there's a press. Daniel finds Austin. Austin picks up his dribble, but finds Daniel up top. I'll try and say some names as we go here, but I'm going to have a hard time with this now. Daniel bringing it around. Hard played here by number 8. Finds Austin down to Jeremy. Jeremy looking for a drive in, takes another somewhat wild shot, but it's called for a foul there, and he'll be shooting 2. Jeremy shooting 2. Fouls on 13. That's his first personal team's first. Number 13 is Brad. 13 Brad, 34 Carson, 23 Ryan, 33 Devin, and number 2 Watt. Someone just came in and I didn't know who it was. Tim almost getting the rebound there, but unable to as Devin pulls it in. Devin looking all the way down to number 2. And it looks like Brad, they're taking a 3. It's off, but Tim getting the rebound there finds Jeremy out on the edge. Jeremy will rush down the court. Getting past a couple of people, passing it over to Sullivan. Sullivan looking for a drive in, but passes it back out to Austin. Austin up to Daniel. Daniel driving in, passes it back out to Connor. Connor over to Austin. Austin over to Tim. Tim driving in a bit, passes to Jeremy. Jeremy looking to go up top, loses his dribble, but finds Austin's. Austin up to Connor. Connor over to Daniel. Almost stolen. Daniel brings it in. Goes back out to Austin. Austin over to Tim. Tim looking up top. Can't find anyone. Finds Daniel. Daniel with an open shot. He goes in and he makes it. Nicely done. Lance is starting to get an offense running here. Brad will bring it up the court here for Gilmanton. Brad's made 2 threes, so definitely a powerful piece here. Trying to pass it in. Almost stolen by Tim, but he manages to get it back out there as he passes it into 34 again. Connor gets the steal this time. Nicely done there by Connor, and up the court comes Austin. Austin passing it to Daniel. Daniel takes one too many steps to wheel it in and ends up traveling. Never had carried the ball in 2 hands, but just holding it aloft with one is enough to get a travel. Full timeout here called by Coach Radical. Lancers started getting some nice offense running there at the end of that one. I don't know if I haven't seen them box out yet, but if they start doing that, they'll be right back in this. The score is 15-8, so they've already made 2 points since the end. Were there no? Did he make any of his free throws? Can't remember. I feel like he didn't make either of them. Not for sure on that one. Again, I'll just remind you, if you have any comments, you can type them right beside the video. If it's not in full screen, there will be a chat bar or a chat box. Type in there and I'll see it pop up right on my screen. So easy way to contact me if you have anything you want to tell me or ask me. Both teams breaking out of their huddle here and coming back out onto the court. It'll be White's ball down under their hoop. Oh no, hoops have switched now. It'll be White's ball on the other side of the court. I forgot that the basket switch at halftime here. Brad passing it in to Devin. That's his name. Devin bringing it down. Trying to pass it through, but Connor steals it. Connor looking for a breakaway. Kind of loses his dribble, but still manages to get it. Someone tries to put it back up. Looks like it was Daniel. Connor ends up... No, that's Austin ends up bringing it out and losing the ball out of bounds. Brad passes it into Devin, back to Brad. He'll bring it up a wing. Looking for a drive, unable to find one. And Sullivan getting another steal here. He slows it up, takes a bit of a jump shot, and I don't think he made that. Looks like Connor got the one rebound. Tim getting the second one, and a foul called on 23. His team's second. I don't know what the thing is. Jeremy passing it in. In comes 30 for 23. 30 is Zach. That was 23's second personal. Jeremy looking for someone to pass it into. Finding Tim right behind him. Tim loses the ball to Brad out of bounds. Brad pushes it, and the Lancers will have another chance to pass it in. Jeremy passing the ball in yet again. This time he finds Austin right off the bat. Austin with a nice spin shot. Sullivan trying to get a rebound there, unable to, but ends up with 30 bumping the ball out of bounds again, and the Lancers get another chance to pass it in. Jeremy passing it in yet again. Finds Austin again. Austin taking a 30, unable to get it, and no one besides 34 going up for the rebound there for Gilmanton. He gets it. Up the court comes Brad. Brad driving past Sullivan. Almost stolen there by Jeremy, but 30 keeps it. Up to Devin, over to 34. 34 looking for a bit of a drive, but passes it back out to 4. Over to 34. 34 passing it off. Sullivan's feet. Sullivan hassling after it. Devin and 34 going after it, and Connor, I think, is going to get called for a foul there. Not really much he could do about that, I felt. He was just going after it, but I think that's his third personal, team's first. Maybe third personal, team's first. In comes Daniel for Sullivan here. Or Daniel Mayhew, that is. Now I'm going to have to start calling them by their last names again if I can remember this. Up the court coming Brad. Brad's going to pass it over to Devin. Devin looking down to the very corner of the wing, all the way back up top to Brad. Brad bringing it down in a hustle back into 34. He looks outside and finds 30. 30 with a bit of an off shot there, and it goes out of bounds off Gilmanton. It'll be the Lancers ball down there. 23 coming in for number 2. 23 is Lance Larson, if he is playing down from Varsity. If he's not, I have no clue who he is. Brad will be passing it in here. Brad finds 23 right under the basket. His shot not going in, and Tim getting the rebound. A foul is going to be called there on 23. I think that's his second personal team. No, third personal teams. I don't know. Third personal team's third. Jeremy getting the pass in there from Hine, and Jeremy will come up the court. Jeremy looking over to Mayhew. Almost doesn't make it, but Mayhew goes after it, driving down. Unable to keep control of the ball all the way, and it ends up getting knocked out of bounds there by Gilmanton. Daniel will now pass it in here. Or Mayhew will pass it in from the bottom. Mayhew waiting for Hine to get open. Over to Austin. Jeremy has it up top. Over to Hine. Hine looking for somewhere to go with it, not finding anything. Goes in for a shot and gets totally stuffed by 34. Ends up in the hands of Brad. Brad will bring it up the court. Brad looking over to Devin. Jeremy hustling after it and managing to get the jump ball. That one will go to Gilmanton. Brad passing it in here. Gets it into Devin. Mayhew playing hard D on him there. Giving him a run for his money. Jeremy and Brad also playing hard D, and the ball ends up in the hands of Austin after someone else on the Lancers slapping it. Brad has to pull up a bit. Hine taking a three, and it's good. First three for the Lancers of the year. The score is now 15-11. Lancers only down 4 with 11:46 left here in the second half. Up the court comes Devin. Timeout finally being called here by Gilmanton, their first time out of the game. Lancers starting to take some better shots here, and it's starting to show. Also, their defense has been pretty good, and Gilmanton now is the one having a hard time getting some good shots. Lancers can definitely still box out better, giving Gilmanton a couple of chances. I think now Gilmanton's just the one having a hard time getting their shots to fall. So now it's just going to be who boxes out the most, I think, and takes the best shots. So looks like we might be in for an interesting last 10 or 11:40 of this game. Both teams continue playing like this, they'll have nothing to complain about for the first game of the season. Timeout over here. Both teams breaking huddle. I think it is Lancers. No, it's Gilmanton's ball on their side of the court here. I should turn the camera, shouldn't I? Would be a good thing. You guys didn't really want to see the game, did you? 33 looking for a pass in. Ends up finding 34. Daniel almost stealing it. 34. Welcome back. I lost internet connection there for a bit. Looks like we had a foul called on probably Daniel Mayhew. Oh no, called Daniel shot and he got fouled. He'll be shooting 2 now. That'll be 13 for White. That's Brad. Brad's second personal, team's 4th. Daniel missing his first free throw here. See if he can make his second one. In comes number 2 for number 30, number 2, Watt. Watt and what's the other person's name? He's famous. Sherlock Holmes. There we go. That's what the name Watt reminds me of. 23 getting the rebound, passing it to Devin. Devin bringing it up the court. Hard pressed. Looks like the Lancers might be running a 1-3-1 again, perhaps. I think they might have switched back to a 1-3-1. I can't tell for sure. 34 has it inside. A shot by 33, and Tim almost gets the rebound there. Gilmanton collapses on the dead ball. Daniel manages to get a jump ball. Good job there by Daniel of ending up hustling after that one. Daniel doing a good job of that tonight, getting the jump ball. In comes Kevin for Tim. Hine passing it in. Another press being played here by the Panthers. Hine finds an easy pass into Mayhew. Mayhew trying to drive around everyone and succeeds. Free layup there, and it's no good. Jeremy hustling after the ball, and it ends up in the hands of Hine. A foul is going to be called there, I think, on 23. That'll be a foul on 23. That's his 4th personal, team's 5th. That's going to be a hard loss here for Gilmanton. 23's been playing a spectacular game, but with 4 fouls, they're not going to want to put him back in until the very end. Also, Panthers already have 5 fouls, so they're going to have to be careful, or Lancers are going to get some free throws, which might not be a huge deal because the Lancers have been missing most of their free throws, if not all of them so far tonight. Brad brings it back down the field over to Devin after an unsuccessful offense by the Lancers. Nice boxing out there by Ethan. First time I've really seen someone boxing out tonight, so very well done by him. Up the court comes Hine over to Mayhew. Mayhew looking for a drive down the wing, not finding it. Finds Jeremy wide open inside. Jeremy looking to go up, does. Ooh, Kevin going up for a shot. What? Kevin not being called for a foul there. I thought that was a foul, but doesn't end up being called for one. It just ends up being called Lancers ball. No foul even being called. Nice job there by Kevin of going right back up there for that shot. Hine passing it in here. He will find Bobek all by himself. Bobek, nice shot, but unable to finish it. Gets his own rebound. I think he was fouled there again and unable to get the rebound to the Lancers. Devin ends up with the ball, brings it up the court. Finds himself in a trap, manages to find Brad up top. Brad brings it down, gets it into 34, back up to Devin. Oh, great pass there. Ethan going for the steal, leaves the basket open. And 34 will take advantage of that, or maybe it was 2, I don't know. But nicely done by them. Score 17-11. Bobek looking for a drive, loses the ball in the process, tries to recover it, but it's gotten by Devin. Connor gets his 4th personal foul, I think, so he'll probably be coming out as well. He's been playing very well as well. So in comes Daniel for Sullivan here. Good game there by Sullivan. Good hustle. Some of those fouls I think he got were maybe a bit undeserved, but I don't have the best view from here. Austin also came in there. Daniel playing some hard defense. Bobek trying to finish it up there. He does. 33. Devin does manage to get it out to Brad. However, it's finally stolen there by Hine. Hine finding Austin. Austin finding Daniel. Daniel driving in. Puts up another layup. Lancers have had some great layups this half, but they're just not falling. And Daniel does manage to get his hands on the ball and get the jump ball, but this time it'll go to Gilmanton. However, it's always worth going for those jump balls if you can get them, as they'll just, next time you get a jump ball, you'll get the ball. Timeout called by Gilmanton. Gilmanton's head coach is Corey Rude. Score 17-11 with 9 minutes here left. I think that might have been a full timeout, so both teams have been having some great second half here, I think. Gilmanton having a bit more trouble on the offensive side, but still playing great defense. Emmanuel has been doing a great job with their drives and layups this time, just not getting any to fall. And sometimes that's not necessary. I mean, obviously, sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. Your shots just don't fall some days, so. But they've been doing a great job of at least taking good shots this half, which is nice to see. So I think so far, like I said, a great first game for both teams. If they continue to take these layups, there's a good chance that they'll be in this still. They're only down 6 points right now, so that's 3 shots or 2 threes. Matt just came in here for the Lancers before the timeout was called. And it looks like Devin will be passing it into Brad down the court here. Devin to Brad, and Brad will dribble leisurely up the court. Brad looking for someone to find, finds Devin on the wings. They keep looking like they traveled a bit to me. Devin looking to go to the other side of the court, ends up passing it over everyone's head and out of the big red line. This field is interesting because you can't actually stand out of bounds when you pass it in. It's so small. It's actually smaller than the Emmanuel gym. Matt has it down on the wing right now. So there's a second red line around it that you have to pass it in from. Just interesting. Daniel over to Bobek. He takes the 3. It's no good. Austin trying to get the rebound, but there's no one there to back him up. And another jump ball. This is why you go after the jump balls, because this time it will be the Lancers ball. Mayhew will be passing it in here. Good job by Hine hustling after it. Hine playing very well tonight. Lots of the Lancers really hustling after it here. Mayhew passes it in straight to Hine. Hine going up top to Austin. Austin back to Mayhew. Mayhew bringing it up top. Back to Austin. Austin looking for a drive. Gets in there. Takes a pretty good shot, but the rebound is gotten by Brad, as there's no one there for the Lancers. Lancers continuing to run something of a 1-3-1. Maybe it's a 3-2. Not for sure. Again, no boxing out there by the Lancers, allowing Gilmanton to get the rebound again. Brad has it up top over to Devin. Again, I feel like he takes a little stutter step every time he gets the ball. But the ref's not calling it. 34 going up. Oh, that's a hard. He's a big kid. Hard to keep from doing what he just did. Nice post move there by 34. Up the court comes Jeremy. Jeremy down to Daniel. Daniel taking the long two. Oh, so close to being good. But 40 getting the rebound as there were no Lancers there again. Lancers, if they start getting these rebounds, they could really make Gilmanton hurt. But Gilmanton right now is definitely using that to their advantage. Almost stolen there by the Lancers, but not. Two taking the long shot, doesn't make it, and Daniel is there to get the rebound. I think Daniel was boxing out there, so good job to him. Daniel bringing it down. Looks over to Matt. Matt looking in, goes for a bit of a drive, but passes it back out to Austin. Austin taking the open three. Lancers do a good job of crashing the floor. Jeremy going for the ball. Doesn't manage to get it. Lancers playing a bit of a press there, but finally falling back here. Daniel pressing here, or playing a hard defense here on Brad. Brad up to Devin. Oh, and that'll be a foul called on Daniel. He just got his foot in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that'll be his second personal, team's third foul. Gilmanton's been doing a good job of not getting any fouls here for the past 3 minutes. Not gonna let the Lancers have any of those free throws. I think the Lancers would be right in this actually if they had made their free throws. So definitely another thing for them to work on: free throws, boxing out, but generally a good game here. Gilmanton too has been having some trouble with their free throws. I think they've only made like 1 out of the 5 or 6 they've taken. So definitely something both teams could work on here. Gilmanton getting a bit of an off, getting some nice shots there. Really, rebounds have been what have been winning this game for Gilmanton. They've at least gotten 6 or 8 of their points off of rebound shots. Some good threes on both sides, but you never want to depend on threes to win a game unless you have some really good shooters. So timeouts over here. Both teams breaking up the huddle. I think the timeout's been over now for a while. There we go. Now it's fully over, and the Lancers break huddle, as does Gilmanton. Lancers do not have the ball. Gilmanton has the ball under their hoop. Gilmanton getting the ball into Brad there. Brad looking down to 2. He manages to get it to 2, and 2 manages to roll it in. Lancers have been having plenty of shots like that too, but have just been unable to get them to fall. Down the court drives Hine. Hine looking up to Daniel. By the way, Sullivan came back, and he has 4 fouls, so he's got to be careful here. Mayhew back over to Hine. Hine looking for somewhere to go with it. Goes over to Sullivan up top. Sullivan faking the 3 and ends up passing it right into the hands of 23. 23 was definitely fouled there by Daniel, but it wasn't called. Brad taking a 3. He's definitely a threat when he takes those. Doesn't make that one, but 2's there for the rebound after, I think it was Austin or someone was unable to pull in that rebound. Lancers did a good job boxing out there, just didn't hold on to the ball. Daniel over to the other Daniel. Mayhew having the ball here now. Mayhew with a nice drive, takes a good shot, unable to get it. Sullivan going up for the rebound, gets fouled, and it will be Lancer's ball out of bounds. The foul is called on White 2. That's his team 6, his 3rd personal. Mayhew passing it in here for the Lancers. Mayhew looking for someone, ends up finding Austin. Looks like he might have bounced it on the line, though. Remember, like I said, there's this other red line that you have to pass it past, this making it even more challenging to get the ball in. Down the court comes Brad. Sullivan playing up top, over to Devin. Devin back to Brad. Brad over to 34. 34 back over to Devin. Devin driving in. out to 2, I think, 4 maybe. And 4-2 drains the 3. 2, I think that is Watt. Oh, sorry for bumping the camera so hard there. Sullivan over to Jeremy. Jeremy came in at some point for the Lancers. Daniel taking a wild 3, and it's no good. Down the court rushes Watt. See if Daniel can get in front of him. Unable to. Watt misses his free throw, and they go after it. Jump ball called there. In comes Kevin and Ethan for Daniel and Connor. Lancers down by over 10 here. So they've definitely lost something here in the last few minutes. Not sure what, or if Gilmanton just got some good shots here. Gilmanton's definitely done that. We have a travel there called on 34. Those are always so hard when you're on the ground. It's so hard not to travel. Ethan will be passing it in. There's a press. Looking for someone to come up and help out here. 30 coming in. 30 is Zach for Gilmanton. Ethan passing it in. Finds Austin. Austin will drive fast up the court. Manages to get it back up top to Ethan. Ethan over to Kevin. Kevin driving in. Puts up a pretty good layup, but unable to make it in once again. Brad brings it down the court leisurely there at the end. Down into the corner to 34. He takes another 3. Kevin manages to whack it up in the air where Tim picks it up for the rebound. Tim finding Ethan. Ethan decides to dribble. Ends up passing it to Austin, who turns around just in time to get it. Kevin looking for a drive. Ends up with a carry. And that will be a ball for Gilmanton. In comes Joel, and in comes Noah, and another timeout called by Coach Radical. He has to be running out of timeouts. That might be his last one. 4:20 here left in the second half. Not looking too good for the Lancers, score being 26-11. They definitely had a good section there at the beginning of this first half. See if they can end it off with a good end of this second half here. I think for a first game, they've done very well here, boxing out and just making their layups. I don't know. They've seemed to be taking some really good ones here in the second half. They're just not falling for them. Lots of good shots put up, but none have fallen really for them. Free throws would definitely help them out, however. If they start getting fouled here in these last 4 minutes, they could still be shooting them and could still help them if they got fouled enough, but Gilmanton's done a good job of not fouling here at the end. Gilmanton's played a very good game as well. Done a good job boxing out. Their offense seems a bit stagnant at times, but that'll come with the season as it advances. Lancers have done a good job playing aggressively and stealing it, but I can't really tell. Definitely still playing the 1-3-1 here. Brad passing it in to Devin, who will bring it up the court. Devin down to 34. 34 back to Devin. Devin looking for someone. Finds 34 down in the wing again. Into 23, and he makes another good push. 23 there. Lance, I don't remember his last name. Really been a great player here this game. Made quite a few points here for the Panthers. Noah ends up with the ball up top. Passes it off to Devin, who saw that he was going to pass it there. Devin making a beautiful layup there. Good job by Devin there of reading Noah and going for that steal. Ethan bringing it up over to Bernthal. Bernthal to Kevin. Kevin to Ethan. Ethan to Noah. Noah going back up top. Getting the ball stolen from him by number 2, Watt. Watt going down for the layup. Ends up traveling right before he shoots. He did make it, but it's no good after he traveled. Scores 30-11. Matt coming in here for Noah. Another bit of a press here by Gilmanton. 30 coming in. I think that's Zach. Joel passing it in here, looking for either Chish or Ethan, finding Ethan. Ethan brings it up the court, finds Matt down low. Matt going back up to Chish. Chish taking the three and missing. Lancers, I think, have taken a few too many threes, but at least they've been open threes. So Zach taking a shot, unable to make it. However, does get his own rebound before traveling out of bounds. Good job there by Zach of following up on his shot there and getting that rebound. Joel passing it in to Ethan. Ethan bringing it down the court. Ethan trying to pass it to Chish, is unable to, and however, as Watt hustles after it, his foot touches the out of bounds line, and the ball goes to the Lancers. Here, I'll try and show you the funny red line they stand at. That is not actually the out of bounds line. They are actually in bounds right now. Over to Joel. Joel looking for a drive, trying to get it to Noah. No, that is Noah. Noah came back in at one point. Is unable to. However, Noah keeping after the ball, gets that jump ball, and the Lancers get the ball back. Joel will pass it in yet again. Joel looking again for his teammate, this time finding Ethan. Ethan looking for somewhere to go with it, finds Noah up top. Noah going around down to Matt. Matt with a great drive there, puts the shot up. Almost looked like it was going to fall there, so good. Noah trying to go up, tries to pass it out. Watt hustling after the ball and manages to get it. Great hustle there by Watt. Nice try by Noah and great drive by Matt. 34 with a push of a drive there, ends up just chucking the ball up, doesn't get it. And again, the Lancers failing to box out, end up giving Gilmanton 3 chances at that shot. Not something you can afford to do here. Down the court comes Joel over to Ethan. Ethan passing it into Matt. Great pass there. Matt puts it up, draws the foul. I did not have the camera turned enough. Matt put it up at the box, drew the foul, and will now be shooting 2. Scores 32-11 with 2 minutes left. See if Matt can increase the Lancers' free throw average here. His first one is off a little bit. See if he can make his second one here. Something both teams could definitely work on, but it's early in the season, so that'll definitely improve with time. Another pretty good shot there by Matt, but it bounces off the back of the rim. And we have something being called. Not sure what it was. 40 White being called for a push. That's 8 fouls. We should be in the bonus. Yep, we're in the bonus. We should have been in the bonus last foul, I think. Noah will be shooting now. 1-1, I think. See if he can increase their free throw average. 12, giving him a 33. Devin crossing the line before he shoots, giving Noah a free shot here. Noah's second shot is good. Nicely done there. I think Noah might have made both the free throws here for the Lancers today. The score is now 32-12. And it's a 1-1, so he gets a it's a 1-1, so he gets his second one. His second one, just barely short. Matt ends up on the ground after he hustles after the rebound. 34 driving down hard, just blows past Ethan and manages to put it in. Nicely done there. Ethan would have had a hard time stopping 34 there. Ethan brings it down, looking up to Noah. Noah almost thought about going down the left side, but goes over right. Joel with a nice drive there. Can he put it up? He does put it up, but it does not go in again. 33 Devin. Great look there down to Watt. And Watt, however, ends up behind the basket, so he can't shoot, and the ball ends up out of bounds. Lancers ball, minute 30 left here. Score 34-12. Lancers at least not giving up here in the end, even though they have basically no chance of winning. Getting some good practice in here. Joel driving again, takes a wild 2, almost makes it. Matt goes up for the rebound, but failing to box out, is unable to get it. Good try, however, by Matt. Watt continuing to play a great job down in the post. I think Gilmanton definitely has some more experienced post players, which has definitely helped them out a lot this game. Lancers, like I said at the beginning of the game, having a very young team, all freshmen except for one sophomore, Daniel Mayhew. So they will get a lot better here by the end of this season. Learn a lot. High school basketball is so much different than grade school basketball. So Ethan bringing it down the court here. Gets it to Noah. Noah looking down to Joel. Joel with a drive. Puts it up. Almost a shot again. Lancers unable to get in there for the rebound. Joel doing a nice job there of hustling after the ball and getting the jump ball. Looks like it'll be Gilmanton's ball after that jump ball. Lancers doing a great job hustling, though. Every one of the Lancers hustling after the ball, getting those jump balls. Hustling after those steals, too. Devin looking for a drive. Gets it over to 30. And Joel getting called for a foul there. It'll be Zach, I think is his name, number 30 out of passing it in. Yes, Zach. Looking into 40. 40 looking over to Devin. Devin driving in a bit and shooting. Man, that was a really low arcing shot, but he made it. Nicely done there by Devin. Another great asset for the Panthers here. Out to Matt. Matt doing a good job of pulling that one in after a somewhat weak pass by Chish. Matt gets the ball stolen from him, however, after hustling after it. Devin passing it into 40. I never looked at 40's name. I should probably say it. Dakota. Devin driving in and Joel getting called for another foul. That'll be his second personal. Team's 5th. I think I'm going to turn off my microphone thing here because it looks like we have a band playing. So I'll let you listen to the band here, and I am going to go use the restroom and get a drink quick. So enjoy the band. Hopefully this works out well. I'm having a hard time turning off my mic. I don't know why my mic is refusing to turn off. I'm just going to disable Bluetooth and my mic will stop picking up stuff.
I'm not judging.
My mic's turned off now, so hopefully you can at least hear something. Text me if you can't, and well, I can't really do anything about it, so hopefully you can hear the band play. I'll be back shortly.
I'm looking at that. No, I'm not. A lot of them. other faculty. Yeah, for visiting. I think that was nice. Wait, what's happening? Okay, now let me see. They're watching us. Oh, Apparently, I bet they don't like the black stuff. Do you like popcorn? Cause I can't taste it.
Yep.
I have piece of cake. It's fine. I came here because I was asking Christian a question and he kept boring me.
Take it alright. I sprayed it with hairspray. So
Nobody wants to. Yuri's not a good phone card.
Just like they hit a track. Yeah. No, it still wouldn't have run. Bound. I should connect my headset again, shoot it on.
maybe you could hear the band, maybe you couldn't. Nobody said, so I don't know, but I'm back with my headset now, so now you won't hear anything besides me, hopefully. So we're going to start here this varsity game. It looks like we're going to start with the national anthem, so there's the flag. It looks like it might just be played here, so I'm not going to play that because we get copyrighted sometimes when we play the national anthem. So, yippers skippers. We will wait to watch that happen. So I'll be back in just a second when that's done. Okay, I am back. We will try and say the people's name as they run out. Varsity makes it a lot easier than JV to say the startup players' names because they give you a chance as they run out. Oh, I should readjust my camera, shouldn't I? There we go. Camera readjusted. Sophomore, number 20, Isaiah Plath. Sophomore, number 24, Tyler Radical. Junior, number 30, Ben Oster. Senior, number 32, Gabe Plath. Freshman, number 42, Burton Rutz? I don't know. I keep saying people's names wrong. For the home team, Gilmanton Panthers, we have number 2, sophomore Jared Rood. Senior number 3, Kenya Hubby. Senior number 5, Carter Rood. Senior number 20, Cody Serum. Sophomore number 32, Lance Larson. It definitely wasn't Lance Larson playing down on JV earlier, let me tell you. Okay, the game should start shortly here. These are 18-minute halves this game because it's not JV. And yep. Let's see how this goes. Looks like it'll be Ben jumping versus number 3, Kenny. Nope. Versus Lance Larson. Lancers have a pretty young varsity team this year, so Ben with a great jump there, getting it to Isaiah Plath. Very well, good start there for the Lancers. Gabe over to Ben, nice pass there. Gabe with a great post move, unable to finish up though, and I think Ben's going to be called for an early foul here. Good try by Ben there, getting that rebound and a great post move, but unable to finish it. That'll be Ben's first personal, team's first. Down the court comes number 2, and I'm not going to remember names for a while. That's Jaron. Number 2 looking down, finds 32. Lancers look like they're either playing man. Yeah, they're playing man. 5 going up for a post move, and he does make it. Nicely done there by number 5. Looks like we have a press here. Gabe getting it into Britton. Back to Gabe. Up to Isaiah. Number 2 manages to whack it out of bounds. Number 2 is Jaron. Gabe with a good hard pass there, but I think he should have just kept it there. Gabe getting it into Isaiah. Isaiah is going to dribble it down the court. Passes it down to Gabe. Gabe trying to look to Ben, but gets it stolen by Lance. Number 2 bringing it down fast. That's Jaron. Tries to go up for a layup. Does go up for the layup, but it's no good. Tyler almost gets the rebound there, but is unable to. 3 kind of gets trapped. Breaking it up. Taking a 3 when he's open and making it. Great start here for the Panthers. Gabe breaking through. Passes it to Ben, and Ben definitely got fouled there, I'm pretty sure, but nothing was called. Even the coach looking for the foul, but it's not called. Gilmanton brings it down here. That's Jaron. After the ball went out of bounds there. Looks like Lancers have already switched into a 1-3-1. Into 5, out to 2. 2 with an open 3, and he takes it. They're just draining these threes early on here. Score 8-0 and a timeout called by Coach Williams here. Head coach here for Gilmanton's Corey Rude, and for the Lancers is Tom Williams. Lancers definitely falling a bit behind here early in this game. Not even 2 minutes gone by, and Gilmanton already has 8 points. 2 of them have been great threes. However, if Gilmanton keeps dropping threes like that, this is going to be a hard game for the Lancers. Ben has had some good shots, good chances down below. They just haven't turned into points yet for the Lancers, but if they keep doing that, they'll definitely get some points here. Lancers, I think, haven't gotten a ton of rebounds and are kind of struggling with the press at the moment. They've done a good job getting out of it, but definitely could go a bit smoother for them here. Gabe will continue passing it in here, looking to Britton and Isaiah. Gabe gets the ball into Isaiah. Isaiah looking over to Britton. Britton getting fouled by number 2. That'll be number 2's first personal, team's first foul. And it'll be Lancer's ball over there. For those of you who weren't here in the first part of this game, I said that this court is even smaller than ours. They actually can't pass it in from out of bounds. There's a second line kind of that follows around the out of bounds line, and they pass it in from there. So when they're passing it in, they're actually standing on the court, but there's another line they have to get it past. This makes it kind of tricky for passing it in on this court. Ben with another great drive, doing a great job laying it up, but again, it's not falling for him quite yet. Number 5 bringing it down over to number 3. He's looking over to Rude. Rude looking into 5. Almost stolen by Ben, but not quite. Good job getting out on number 3, keeping him from driving out to 5 again. Lancers playing some great defense here. Get it into 3. Again, really good defense out to 5. He takes a long 2, and it's no good. Britton's there to get the rebound. Great defense there by the Lancers. Gabe with a high pass over to Isaiah. Nice pass. Tyler over to Gabe. Gabe over to Britton. Britton faking a 3, drives in a bit, and passes it back out to Ben. Rude trying to steal it there, but Ben goes to the ball. Britton with the long 3. Oh, so close to being good. Lancers just having a hard time getting a ball to fall here early on in this game. Lancers falling back on defense. See if they can do well again. 3 with a long 3, and it's no good. Ben getting the rebound there. Lancers failing to box out, but doing a good job at getting it. Good pass to Gabe. Or good pass try there by Gabe to Isaiah. It doesn't quite make it. However, Gabe and Isaiah keep after it and manage to get the ball to go out of bounds. Lancers gain the ball back. Jonah coming in here for Tyler. And Gabe will be passing it in. Gabe finds Jonah. Jonah up to Ben. Ben over to Gabe. Gabe dribbling, looking for somewhere to go. Passes it up to Isaiah. Isaiah misses his pass. 4 hustling in, unable to get it before it goes out of bounds. Or that was 2, sorry. 2 Rude, I think was his. Jared. I don't know why I had Rude. Oh, because his last name. I think it's Jaron Rude. Jaron. Rude. Yeah, there we go. Isaiah over to Ben. Ben passing it way over to Gabe. Gabe takes the three, and it's good. First points for the Lancers. A great three there by Gabe. Very well done. Down the court comes number 3 for the Panthers. His three is no good. Everyone's on the ball. I think there was definitely a travel there first, but a foul's going to be called on the Lancers. Rolling around on the floor should have been a travel, but oh, timeout called by White. I think there was a travel there by 20. Rolling on the floor normally results in a travel, but it's no good. Timeout there was called by the Panthers. I think I said that already, but good thing to call there when your team has the ball and they're down on the floor. Keeps them from traveling and keeps your team having the ball. So it'll be the Panthers' ball down on their side of the court. Lancers' defense has been doing a great job after those initial 8 points scored. Playing some really hard defense. Hope they can keep it up here. Great plays, though, however, by Gilmanton. Their three shooters are just on point tonight. They've had some really good offense, and they've been playing pretty good defense, too. Number 5 passing it in here. Gets it to 33 in the center, trying to pass it to Lance down under the hoop. Is unable to, and Lancers will end up with the ball after it goes out of bounds. Gabe passing it in is unable to get it in bounds, and after it's whacked out by number 5. Number 5, I should get his name, is Carter. Gabe will be passing it in again to Isaiah and Jonah. Finding Jonah. Jonah back to Gabe. Gabe dribbling out of that one. And will bring it up the court. Over to Isaiah. Isaiah into Ben. Ben wide open. Nice pass. And Ben finally gets one to fall. The score is 5-8. Good job by Ben keeping after that and finally getting one to fall. He's been doing a great job getting open and has put up some good shots. Finally got one to fall. Lance has it down on the wing. He's looking for a drive up. Goes over to 20. 20 fakes the three and gets in more. Isaiah managing to block the ball, but it looks like he'll be called for a foul on that one. And 20 will be shooting 2. 20 is Cody. It was on 20. We'll have to wait and see who it was on. Foul's being called on 20. It's his first personal, team second. That is Isaiah Plath. Cody making his first free throw. Nicely done. And his second one is also good. Very nice job shooting free throws there by Cody. Number 11 coming in for Cody. Number 11 is Tyler. Gabe passing it in again. He finds Isaiah. Isaiah throwing it up the court to Britton, who came in at some point in time. Britton up to Isaiah. Isaiah to Gabe. Gabe faking he's going to shoot, looking for a drive, and ends up bouncing the ball off his foot. Good try there by Gabe. Sometimes those are just so hard to avoid. Number 3, I'm trying to remember his name here. Number 3, Tanner passing it in to Root. Well, his last name's Root. Oh, another beautiful 3 there by number 11, the new person who just came in. Lancers managing to break the press again, get it to Ben. Ben looking down to Gabe, is unable to get it there. Britton gets the ball, tries to drive in, and ends up passing it back to Jonah. Isaiah over to Gabe. Gabe taking the long 3, misses, and great job boxing out there by Gilmanton. Jonah doing a good job reading that pass and getting a hand on it. However, it just ends up out of bounds. Number 11 that made that last 3 was Tyler. And number 2, whose name I keep forgetting, is Jaron. In comes Tyler for Britton. Number 5 passing it in to number 3 over to Jaron. Oh, great passing there by Gilmanton. However, they're unable to make it. Lancers forgetting to box out, and Gabe gets called for a foul. Gabe not liking that foul, but looks like Lance will be shooting 2 here. Scores 13-5. Lance's first shot is good. Looked like it was going to be short, but he put enough forward spin on it to get it into that hoop there. Nicely done. Gilmanton doing a great job actually shooting these free throws so far, and did a really nice job passing it around there that last play as well. His second one's not quite as good. Gabe and Ben trying to box out, unable to do it. However, his 3 gets a hand on it, and then Gabe ends up kicking it out of bounds there. In comes 20, and out comes 5. 20, Cody coming in. Cody looking for a pass in here. Hits Ben in the foot. Not sure what was called there. I missed what the ref did with his hand. Cody gets a second chance to pass it in here. Looks all the way over to 2. However, we had an out of bounds called maybe on him. He might have been outside the red lines that I said you have to pass it into. So Gabe finding Isaiah again. I don't think the Lancers have lost the ball yet to this press break. It's definitely been giving them trouble. Gabe on the other side of the line, but thankfully he never brought the ball across the line there. Otherwise it would have been an over and back. Nice drive there by Isaiah. Good shot. Jonah going up for the rebound. Should have just stayed on his feet, but that's so hard to tell sometimes. Good play there by the Lancers. Just no points coming from it. Jaron bringing it up here slowly. Finds Isaiah. I'm waiting for him up top. Having some trouble here with this 131. Isaiah playing some good defense up top. Into number 3. And that's definitely a foul there on Gabe. That'll be his second personal, team's 5th. And fouling Lance again. Lance doing, oh no, that fouling number 3. Tanner, I think he made both his free throws, or even if he didn't, his team's been doing a great job. So Lancers should probably try to avoid fouling the Panthers here, especially on their shots, as so far it's been leading to lots of points scored against them. However, Tanner does miss his first one, so see if he can get his second one here and keep up their over 50 free throw record for Gilmanton so far. His second one is good, and their over 50 record is intact in this game. Gabe passing it into Isaiah. Isaiah driving pass, and a foul is going to be called. I think they're on Lance, number 32, yes. That'll be his first personal, team's second, maybe? I'm not for sure. We'll see here shortly. Gabe passing it into Isaiah. Yep, I was right. First personal, team's second. Isaiah waiting for Ben. Ben looking down, not finding anyone. Looking for a drive over to Tyler. Tyler back up to Isaiah. Isaiah down to Jonah. Jonah back up to Isaiah. Isaiah over to Gabe. Gabe getting it into Ben there. Ben looking back to Gabe, not finding it. Going for some great post moves there. However, it doesn't fall. Gabe playing hard defense there on Lance. The 2 posts doing a press, but not able to get anything here. 20 down low, drives through. Great pass there to number 3. He jumps, he fakes the shot, and everyone goes flying over him. Great play there by number 3. I think it's Tanner. And a charge there called on Gabe. That'll be his 3rd personal, team's 5th. He's going to have to be careful not to foul anymore. They definitely don't want to lose their senior player here to fouling out. Number 5, Cody passing. Nope, not Cody. Anyways, Jaron. Who is number 5? Number 5 is Carter. Carter getting the ball back out to 11, over to 2. 2 with a great drive. Nice look out to 20, and he takes a 3. Nope, it was only a 2. Sinking it. We had an over and back called, or a double dribble. I'm not exactly sure what that was. Timeout, full timeout called by Coach Radical. The score is 19-5. Sorry, I've been doing a bad job of keeping that out. Lancers down. Lancers have played a decent game so far, just having a hard time getting their points to fall, kind of like the JV team in the second half. Also, Gilmanton has just been killing with those long shots. They have 3 or 4 threes already, just so hard to defend against those. Again, an early game in the season for both teams, so they're definitely still working on everything here. Feel like the Lancers have been doing a pretty good job. They've had some great defense and some pretty good offense too. Just nothing falling, and everything seems to be falling for the Panthers. Good hustle though by both teams. Really good free throw shooting by Gilmanton. Still 11:38 left in the first half. So Lancers definitely not out of it. They're going to have to start coming back here a little bit or it's going to be too late here soon. But definitely still having a chance. Britton coming out. I don't know if he was out before Jonah and Tyler. So 3 freshmen out on the field right now. Passing up top there. 2. Nice steal there by Isaiah. He manages to keep it up and goes in for a layup. Great job by Isaiah. Very well done. Hustling back on defense now. Good job there by the Lancers. Jonah takes up top. Getting inside to 5. Out to 2. 2 takes the 3. And again, just swishing it. Gilmanton's 3 shooting is so on point tonight. Jonah losing his dribble there. Number 2 over to 32. Great look there down to Lance. Nice finish there by Lance. Ben looking back to Isaiah. Almost gets it stolen by Lance, but doesn't. Isaiah gets it over to Ben. Ben losing the ball there. And the press finally starting to work here for Gilmanton. Lancers losing their ability to break it here suddenly. Ben passing it to Isaiah. Back to Ben. And looks like the Lancers have calmed down a bit. Are going to get it up here to Tyler. Tyler almost losing the ball, but keeps it up to Jonah. Over to Isaiah. And Isaiah taking the 3. It's a bit off, but Jonah's there to get the rebound. Great rebound there by Jonah. Up to Isaiah. Over to Tyler. Tyler down to Ben. Ben looking back up top to Isaiah. Good passing here by the Lancers. Back into Ben. And he looks to go up. However, gets pushed by number 5, Carter, before he can. That'll be Carter's. I can't remember whether it's his first or second, but it's his team's 3rd. In comes number 3. That's Tanner. It was his first personal. Number 5's first personal. Ben's passing it in here. He finds Isaiah up top. Isaiah over to Britton. Britton manages to keep his fingertips on that. Good job there by Britton. Isaiah has it up top. Back over to Tyler. Tyler dribbling around, finding Isaiah. Isaiah faking the pass into Ben before going over to Britton up top. Isaiah finally goes into Ben. Ben looking for a bit of a drive. Doesn't find it though. Isaiah. Back over to Jonah. Jonah doing a good job keeping the ball. Looking into Ben again. Ben going in for his post move again. And again, the ball just not falling for Ben tonight. He's had so many great post moves and only one of them has fallen. Scores 26-7. Ben doing a good job of picking that one off, and a foul is going to be called there on number 3 as he goes after the ball after Ben has it in his possession. That'll be number 3's second personal, team's 4th, I think. Ben will be passing it into Isaiah. Gilmanton stopped the press here for a little bit. Nope, I was wrong. It's just his first personal, team's 4th. Isaiah over to Tyler. Tyler into Ben. Ben looking for a drive, passes it up to Miller, and Ben just drawing all the fouls right now. Team's 5th personal, white 5. Definitely his second personal, I'm pretty sure, but we'll find out here shortly. Lance coming back in for number 5. Number 5 is Carter. Ben will be passing it in. No, it's still his first personal, I guess. I'm just making stuff up. Never mind. Britton getting the ball from Ben. Passing it to Jonah. Over to Tyler. Tyler looking for a drive, not finding one. Isaiah to Ben. Ben all the way over to Jonah. Jonah looking back to Ben, not finding it. Isaiah dribbling around down the wing, looking for a drive, not finding it. Loses control of the ball after it was tipped out of his hands by number 2. Nope, it wasn't tipped out of his hands by number 2. Jaron playing hard defense on Isaiah, and Isaiah loses control. In comes Levi for Jonah. And number 3 passing it into number 2, Jaron. Number 3 is Tanner. Number 2 brings it down the court. Good screen there by number 11. Nice pass into number 3 there. Great post move. Not falling, however, and good job by Ben getting the rebound. Another foul called on number 3. He's not liking that one either. Like I said, Ben just drawing all the fouls suddenly. I think he's just drawn like 4 fouls here in the past 2 minutes or something ridiculous. Next foul, I think the Lancers are in the bonus. That's 3's second personal, team 6. Isaiah has the ball. Nice look down there to Levi. Levi looking for somewhere to go. Ends up going back up top to Tyler. Tyler across to Isaiah over to Burton. Burton driving through and ends up getting fouled there as he tries to drive through, gets caught, and I think he should be shooting if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So he'll be shooting 1-1. That's on white 2. I am done guessing. Oh, white 32 actually. That's his second personal, team's 7th. That's Lance. In comes Gabe and out comes Tyler. Burton will be shooting 1-1 here. Definitely could help out. Lancers almost down 20 points. Make that 18 now. 26-8 is the score. Burton doing a great job making his first free throw. Lancers are at least 50% as well now. They're now over 50%, I think for sure. Number 3 passing it to number 2, and up the court comes number 2. That's Jaron. Gabe's playing up top here in their 1-3-1 again. Jaron looking inside to 3. Goes back out to Jaron. He drives down, back up to 3. Gabe almost stealing it. Almost ends up out of bounds, but Jaron ends up with it up top again. Jaron looking back into Tanner, over to Lance. Lance looking inside to 20, and Ben comes out of nowhere to whack it out of bounds. Great defense there by Ben. Good job by Gabe of putting the pressure on them, too. Tanner passing it in here. Hopefully I'm getting that name right. Yeah, I am. Tanner looking up top to 20. 20 down to Jaron. Jaron into Tanner. Tanner with a great look in there to Lance. Lance unable to finish it up, but he gets his rebound and puts it back up. Lancers definitely could still box out more than they are. However, doing a pretty good job of it this game. Down to Gabe. Back up to Gabe. Ben unable to pick it up. 11 with a breakaway against Gabe. Gabe playing great defense and getting the rebound there. Well done by Gabe. And we have a travel called on Isaiah. He was trying so hard to avoid that, but picked up his dribble too early. I think it was Jaron caused him to lose control. And so good defense there by Jaron. Tanner will be passing it in here for the Panthers. Into Jaron. Jaron looking for somewhere to go with it. Goes down to 20. And 20 will travel as well. Lancers getting the ball back. Ben will take it out here. Looking in for Gabe or Isaiah. Once again, Gilmanton pressing. They get it into Gabe, who is not being pressed. Gabe over to Isaiah. Great job there by Isaiah. Over to Burton. Beautiful pass. Burton unable to make that long two. It was a pretty good shot. Great shot opportunity, but just not falling in for the Lancers. Great shot fake there by Jaron, and beautiful finish there by Tanner just coming in. 30-9 is now the score. Isaiah over to Gabe. Gabe bringing it down, dribbling through. Almost gets it stolen by Jaron. It's picked up by 20. 20 passing it over. Great shot fake there by number 3, and another breakaway point for Gilmanton. Ben gets it up to Isaiah, all the way down to Burton. Burton looking for a drive there, trying to get it out to Gabe. Gilmanton doing a great job here on this aggressive defense. Isaiah over to Gabe, into Burton. Burton stopping, passing it back out to Gabe. Gabe looking in a bit. Comes in, great drive there by Gabe. Very well done. Up the court comes Jaron again. Lancers have been playing a pretty good game. It's just Gilmanton's shots have just been falling constantly. They've only missed like 1 or 2 shots. They've done a good job of getting their rebounds. The Lancers have done a pretty good job. Great pass. Gilmanton also just crushing these passes, finding every little chink in the Emmanuel defense, in which there haven't been too many tonight. Gabe up to Burton. Lancers have done a decent job of breaking the press tonight. Into Ben. Oh, Ben's shots just not falling tonight. Levi getting the rebound and putting it back up. Great job there by Levi. Hustling after that ball. Scores 36-11 with 5 minutes left here in this first half. Like I said, I don't feel like the Lancers have been playing too bad tonight for a new team. I just feel like Gilmanton has just been playing amazingly well. Crushing those threes. I don't even know how many they have now, but it's too many. Too many. Gilmanton, though, definitely having a more senior team, I guess you would say. with 4 seniors, 6 sophomores, 1 junior, and 2 freshmen, compared to the Lancers, 3 juniors, 2 freshmen, 3 juniors and 2 seniors. However, one of the seniors not able to play tonight. And I think there's more freshmen actually on the team right now. Not for sure on that, but definitely feel like the Lancers are playing a pretty good game, just being outmatched here by Gilmanton. Both teams actually playing a great game here tonight. Not doing very much wrong at all, or really great passes. Great job at looking through the defense and seeing where there's openings. Gabe getting picked to Jaron breaking through, going up for a great shot. Ben looking for the rebound, but Jonah getting it. Finds Ben again. Ben decides to dribble over to Gabe. Gabe to Britton. Britton back to Gabe. Gabe looking for a drive, goes back to Britton instead. Over to Tyler up top. Tyler looking to Gabe up top. Gabe over to Ben Moore on the wing. Ben with a drive comes in. Again, Ben just not able to get his shots under the hoop to fall tonight. And down the court comes Tanner. Tanner having a great game, shoots a long 2, doesn't make it. Gabe has the ball. He's going to go for a fast drive all the way. And he makes it. Great shot there by Gabe. That one was not a very perfect shot, but, well, he made it perfect. It wouldn't have been a shot you would normally have wanted to take after a drive like that, but great job there by Britton of seeing where the pass was over to Gabe. Gabe driving in and shooting again. He is fouled there on that shot. 2 players ending up on the floor. Looks like both of them are fine though. Gabe will be shooting 2. White 3. I think that's his second for sure, maybe his third. We'll find out here shortly. Team's 8th. It is his 3rd personal. Gabe shooting 2. His first shot is good. Looked like it was off there, but it rolled in. Nicely done there by Gabe. Keeping the Lancers free throw average quite a bit above 100 here. In comes Isaiah for Tyler. Scores 34-16. Lancers having a little bit of a comeback here. 4:38 left here in this first half. Gabe's second shot is no good, and 2 getting the rebound. Looking all the way down to Tanner. Tanner taking the long 2, and it's no good. Ben's there for the rebound. Gabe to Isaiah. See, just Gilmanton missing 2 shots here has given the Lancers a bit of a breathing space here. Isaiah back up to Britton. That's really what was killing the Lancers. Great pass there to Jonah. Nice finish by Jonah. Perfect pass. Great finish. Very well done there by the Lancers. 4 minutes left here. Gilmanton taking a bit of a slowing down here on the normally very fast pace. Over to 3 up top. 3 looking into Lance. Lance managing to save it. And Gabe coming out of nowhere to tip it out of bounds. Great job there by Lance. Not letting it go out of bounds. And good job by Gabe playing that hard defense. Tanner gets it. Great pass down to 20. He looks for a drive, but Jonah manages to stop him. Ben with the steal there. Passes it to Gabe. Gabe looking for another one of those drives and unable to quite get it in. Rude ends up with the ball, or Jaron. Great spin move there, and he makes it. Beautiful shot there. Gabe having the ball again. Driving against 4 people and is forced out of bounds. I didn't turn the camera fast enough. I think there might be a foul there on Gilmanton. Nope. It's called out of bounds. Just out of bounds, I guess. Gabe passing it in to Isaiah. Isaiah back to Gabe in the wing. Trying to get it into Ben, but Ben falls over right as the ball is passed in. However, there's going to be a foul called on White 3. That'll be his 4th personal. Team's 9th. Ben, I think, will be shooting 2 no matter what here, but I'm not for sure on that. It might still be 1-on-1. 1-and-1. Lancers are no longer down 2, or no longer twice as low of a score. It definitely was still 1-1 there. Score is 36-19 now. Lancers having a little bit of a comeback here. 11 learning to tie his shoe still, I guess, having to tie it here as he comes out from the bench. Ben taking a second shot here. Great first shot by Ben. And his second one's a bit off, but Gabe going up for the rebound is not fouled. I thought for sure he would be, but nothing called there. 32, Lance passing it into 2. Yeah, I keep forgetting his name. Hold on, I'm going to look. His name is, he still has the ball up top, Jaron. Jaron looking in, but Ben getting the steal over to Gabe. Gabe going in for another layup, and he makes this one. Great job there by Gabe and Ben. Really having some good teamwork here between the two of them. This time we have number 5 up top. Number 5 is Carter. Carter looking down to 11. 11 looking into Lance, but Ben stealing it yet again. Ben having an amazing game so far. Isaiah has the ball up to Gabe. Gabe has it up top. Great pass into Ben. Ben with a post move and gets another one to fall. The Lancers having quite a bit of a comeback here. Score is now 36-23. Down the court comes Jaron. Jaron taking his time here. Looking inside to Tanner. Tanner looking back out to Jaron. He'll take a 3, and it's no good. 11's there, however, to put it back up. Good job by 11 being there for the rebound. That's Tyler. Gabe coming up the court fast after getting the ball passed into him with a drive, and he will be fouled. I think now it might be 2-2. Gabe with some great free throw shooting earlier. See if he can keep it up. The score is 38-23. That'll be on number... Yeah, I think it's just shooting 2 now. That'll be on number 2. That's his second personal, team's 10th. Gabe's first shot just a little bit off. So close there. Lance is still above 50%, I'm pretty sure, on their free throws. Gabe's second shot is also a little off. Now they might be just at 50%. I can't remember for sure. Up the court comes Tanner over to Jaron. Jaron looking over to 11. I don't know what 11's name is. Tyler. Tyler picking up his dribble, trying to pass it back to Jaron. He makes it. Jaron dribbling, passing it into Tanner. Great pass there. Nice shot by Tanner, and Jonah being called for a foul there. I'm pretty sure that's Jonah's first personal, team 6th. We'll find out shortly whether I'm correct or not. Number 5, Tanner shooting 2. Carter, that's Carter, not Tanner. Carter. 14's first personal. Yes, I was right. His first one's off just a little bit. I'm pretty sure Gilmanton's still above 50% here for their free throw shooting. Again, all these numbers I say I'm just trying to keep track of in my head. I don't have enough people to keep stats for me here today. He makes the second one. Ben passes it in all the way to Britton. Britton holding it until Gabe. Nice pass there into Ben. Oh, Ben's post move again, just not quite there. Ben playing a bit of a press, but now falls back. Carter over to Jaron. Jaron will come in hard for the drive. Running into Britton and Gabe, not wanting to drive through them. Passes it into Tanner. Tanner out to 11. Tyler. Lance. Lance passing it to 5. What's 5's name? Carter. And Lance is slapping it out of bounds. It'll be Panthers ball just outside. Jaron taking the long 3. It's no good. Ben unable to get the rebound from Lance. However, he will get Lance's putback shot rebound. Good job there by Lance on getting the rebound, and nice job by Ben on being ready for the second one. Isaiah looking over to Jonah. Jonah back up to Isaiah, up top to Gabe. Gabe over to Britton. Britton, I think he might have had a drive there, but he didn't take it. Into Ben. Ben with another post move, and this time he gets it to fall. The score is 25-39. Lance is doing a good job here in the second half of this first half of coming back and not making the game totally a blowout here. Jaron taking his time here with 40 seconds left. His team wants him to do something, but he doesn't want to do it. They're shaking his head at whatever the idea was. Over to 11. I think that's Tyler. Back to Jaron. Jaron looks like they might just be running out the clock. Into 20. Nice pass there to Tanner. No shot. It's called foul on white 30. That's Ben Oster. I think it'll be his second personal, team sixth. And 5 will be shooting 2. Again, a really good first half, I feel like, by both teams. I think the only reason the Lancers are down, it was 1-1. Lancers had 7 fouls. Jump ball being called there. It looks like it will be Gilmanton's ball. Both teams playing a good half. I think the only reason Gilmanton is up is because they've gotten more shots to fall, really. I feel like both teams are pretty equally matched. 5 over to 32, up to 11. 11 to 2. Jaron looking for something to do with the ball. Over to Lance. Lance back to Jaron. He's looking for the drive. He gets a nice shot. Beautiful shot there. And no time left. Pretty good first half here by both teams. The score is 41 to 25, and I will be back shortly with the next half. Ten-minute intermission.
Okay, we're going to do the 50-50 raffle. NHS sponsored it tonight. Thanks for all your support. And the pot is worth $92. And the ticket number is 1598033. 1598033. Nobody's hollering yet? Maybe I have. It's 033 at the end.
Matt's going to join me here for doing camera, so. Alrighty, and we are back. 2 minutes here left before the second half begins, and the Panthers back out here on the court. Looks like we might be in for an interesting set there, no, an interesting second half here. I'm still volleyballing around, talking volleyball sets and things like that, but now in basketball season here. But the Lancers doing a great job there at the end of that second half, or end of the first half. They're coming back quite a lot. They were down 19 to 30. No, they were down like 11 to 34 or something at one point and came back 41 to 25. Now, not much of a comeback. They're still down almost 20 points, not quite, only 13, no, 17 points, but still able to come back from that here. They'll have 18 minutes in which to do it. I feel like Gilmanton's main advantage there in that last half was just how many shots they were getting to fall, which is some player skill, and sometimes you're just having a bad night, or you don't even feel like you're having a bad night. Your shots just aren't going down. So if the Lancers can start having more of their shots fall and Gilmanton starts having less of theirs, I think this will be very equal very quickly. For mistakes that like one team kept making over and over again, I don't feel like there were too many. Lancers did a great job breaking the press. Gilmanton did a great job of avoiding the traps in the 2-3. Both teams really passed it around, really found those nice open shots, had great drives. Gilmanton was nailing their threes. Both teams boxed out a little bit and forgot to box out a couple of times. So I think a very good game here, especially for early on in the season. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and we got a buzzer now. Okay, the second half will begin here any second. For those of you who missed it, I am now having a cameraman here. Matt Rodemacher is going to turn the camera from side to side for you guys. So hopefully I will no longer be forgetting to pan the entire range of the court, because I was kept on missing parts of the game and stuff. So always helpful to have someone turning the camera for you, especially in basketball, a fast-paced game here. Isaiah getting the ball here from Gabe. Back to Gabe there. Gabe driving in here, goes out to Isaiah. Isaiah driving in on the wing, takes a nice shot. Oh, it just rolling out. Ben almost getting the rebound there, but Lance comes down with it. And up to number 5. Number 5 over to Rude. Nope. Yeah, Rude. And Rude takes the shot. Again, everyone jumping for the ball. Ben doing a good job of coming down with it. Ben continuing. It looks like they have a great game here. Down to Tyler. Tyler up to Isaiah. Isaiah over to Gabe. Gabe up to Tyler. Tyler looking for a drive, not finding one, over to Britton. Gabe into Ben. Nice pass into Ben. Ben looking for a post move, not finding one, out to Tyler. Tyler getting it stolen from him by 20. 20 is Cody. Great steal there by Cody. Hustling down the court is Carter. Carter with a great drive there. Not something the Lancers want to let happen there. Very well done there by Carter. Gabe getting the ball. Back up to Isaiah, over to Tyler. Tyler wide open up top. Thought about taking the shot, but decided against it. Over to Gabe. Gabe looking for a drive, not finding it. Over to Ben. Ben goes in for a drive, unable to make his shot, almost gets his rebound, but Gabe manages to finish it off there. Looking back into Ben, not finding it, and Isaiah traveling there before he drived. It looked fine to me, but I must have missed it. Ref was right there and paying attention. I wasn't. 5, Carter will be passing it into 2, Jaron. Also out there is 32, Lance. 11, in rushes Jaron. 11, Tyler. And 20, Cody. Jaron looking out to 11, back to Jaron, back to 11. 11 taking the 3, and they continue to just nail their threes here. Jonah passes it into Isaiah. Looks like the press has stopped for a little bit. Isaiah over to Gabe. Gabe back to Ben. Ben back out to Isaiah. Isaiah back to Ben. Ben looking for a drive, but passes it out to Britton. Britton does not take a three, but it was close. He misses anyways. Gabe being pressed out of bounds and losing the ball to Jaron. Jaron driving in there, throws up the ball after great defense played on him by Isaiah and Britton, losing the ball to the out of bounds, and the Lancers will gain possession. Ben passing it in, and Isaiah will walk it up the court. Over to Gabe. Gabe looking for a drive, passes it to Britton down low. Britton back up top to Ben. Ben trying to set something up, nothing happening, drives in himself. Puts it over to Gabe. Nice passing there. Gabe gets blocked out to Isaiah. Gabe getting his own rebound there. Ben looking for a drive in, going for a shot, and he gets it in. Nicely done there by Ben. Score 46-27. Down the court rushes Jaron. Running into Britton as he comes down and has to back off. Over to 11, Tyler. Into the corner, 20, Cody. Back up to Tyler. Tyler back down into the corner with Cody. And Cody taking the three. His shot will not fall. And the ball goes out of bounds off of the Lancers. It'll be Gilmanton's point. Gilmanton will gain possession. Carter will be passing it in. He finds Lance up top. Lance taking the three. And Lance's shot is just barely off. A foul will be called on Ben there. Going over the head of Carter. Lance is needing to box out there. That'll be Ben's third personal, I think, team's first. Lance's, yep, third personal, team's first. Great pass in there. Oh, and a free pass to Ben. Ben up to Isaiah, and Isaiah going in for the layup. It's off. And Ben coming in with the point, coming in for the rebound, unable to keep it as 30 whacks it out of his hands, which I feel like means it should have been Lance's ball, but whatever. Lance passing it in to Jaron. Jaron will bring it up the court. Jaron driving past Gabe. Unable to find anywhere to go with it. Looking down into Cody in the corner. Cody trying to get it to Lance, but the Lancers managed to force it out of bounds. Panthers will keep possession of the ball. Carter will pass it in. Score 46-27 still with 14:28 left. They're saying Carter needs a new jersey here. Guess you're not allowed to have any blood on your jersey, maybe? I think. No blood, so. $23 looks like he'll be coming in. Oh. $23, that's Ryan coming in. $11-20. Rudy having the ball. Jaron having the ball. Oh, nice block there by Ben off of Lance. Gabe coming in for the layup, and he makes it. Nice drive there nice run by Gabe. And an over and back called on number 11 as he steps over the red line. For those of you who haven't heard me explain this yet already, this gym is actually smaller than our gym, and so they can't pass it in from out of bounds because the out of bounds is so close to the wall. So there's another red line actually on the court that they have to pass it in from behind. So basically when they're passing it in, the court is smaller. Like Gabe there just passed it in out of bounds, although it might have been tipped. So Gabe gets a second shot here. Gabe passing it in again. This time getting it to Britton. Over to Ben. Ben out to Jonah. Jonah to Isaiah. Over to Gabe. Gabe passing it into Jonah. Nice pass there into Ben. Ben looking out to Gabe. Gabe going up for the shot. It goes out. But Ben gets the ball and is called for a foul. I do not feel like it was over the back there, but that's what was called. That'll be Ben's fourth personal. He's going to have to be careful for the rest of this game. Team second. Again, they don't want to lose Ben here with almost 14 minutes left here. Ben's been a great asset for them this game. Into number 40, and he manages to make the drive. Again, Ben having to play cautious because he can't afford another foul there. Timeout called by Coach Williams. Again, Lancers, I feel like are playing a pretty good game. Just their shots aren't falling, and now they're definitely starting to fall behind Gilmanton in terms of passes and stuff. Gilmanton just has the what is that called? Not flow though, the momentum. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. The momentum with them here. But I feel like Lancers have played a pretty decent game here of basketball. Gilmanton's three shooting still is just blowing my mind. How many threes they've made. They have to be over 50% for their threes tonight, which is not unheard of, but definitely good. And some of them have been from pretty deep, too. Timeout coming to an end here very shortly. And both teams back out here. It looks like it'll start in possession of Lancers. Gabe will pass it in to his younger brother Isaiah here. Scores 29-48, 13:41 left. Isaiah over to Tyler. Tyler looking in, but not finding anything. Dribbles and then passes it to Gabe. Gabe to Isaiah. Isaiah looking in, not finding it. Drives up to the free throw line. Over to Britton. Britton goes in. Oh, good shot there, but doesn't fall again. And Lance getting the rebound. Down the floor, hustles number 40. Over to Jaron. Jaron having the ball again. Looking to get past Jonah, not making it. 40 Dakota. Back to Jaron. Back to 40. And down to 11. Back to Dakota. Over to Jaron. They're just passing it around up top, making the Lancers work here, but Lancers are keeping up with it. And this time, Jaron takes the deep three, not making it here, and Isaiah ends up with it. He's going to go all the way down, but pull out at the last second. Up to Britton. Great pass there into Gabe. Gabe not going up right away, which I think was a mistake there, and ends up missing when he goes up, rebounded by the Panthers. Down the court comes Jaron. Over to 11, that's Tyler. Back to Jaron. Back to Tyler. Over to Lance. Lance will take the three, and he misses. Gabe hustling after the rebound, and Jonah manages to secure it there for the Lancers. Jonah to Gabe. Great pass to Britton. It goes off his head and into the hands of Dakota. Just slipped through Britton's fingers there. Dakota over to Jaron. They're definitely just passing back and forth across the top here a lot. Dakota looking into Lance. Lance driving through the Lancers and almost getting his own rebound, but whacking it out of bounds, and the Lancers will gain the ball. Ben coming back in here with 4 fouls, so he's going to have to be careful. Still 12 minutes left in this game. Ball being wiped off. Not sure if it was bloody or just really slippery. Don't know. Gabe passing it into Isaiah. I don't think Gilmanton has pressed at all this second half. So good job by the Lancers of convincing them in the first half that pressing wasn't worth it. Gabe driving. Great drive there by Gabe. Beautiful finish. Very well done by Gabe. Gabe having quite a few of the Lancers' points. The score is 48-31, so the Lancers definitely aren't out of it yet. Jaron bringing it down into the corner. He drives through, and that'll be a foul probably on Isaiah, would be my guess. Yep. Might be his third personal, maybe only his second. That'll be his team's third, it looks like. It's only his second personal, so. Dakota will be passing it in. He looks out to Jaron. Jaren looking over to 11. Tyler almost losing it into the Lance. And Ben getting the steal again. Ben out to Gabe. Gabe bringing it down hard. Missed his opportunity there with Jonah. Passes it out to Tyler, who almost loses the ball but keeps it. Isaiah taking the three and missing. Jonah trying to save it there, but whams it into the backboard. That'll be out of bounds. Panthers gain the ball. In comes number 3. I think he has 4 fouls. He might have 4 fouls already, so he's going to have to be careful. That's Tanner. Tanner looks like he'll be bringing it up the court here. Jaren no longer in. He's been their point guard the entire game, so Tanner trying to get it into 20, but the Lancers are on it and steal it. Gabe holds on to it until they fall back down to Jonah. He didn't miss it this time. Jonah taking a great shot. Nicely done by Jonah. Jonah's at least 4th point of the game there. Very well done. Score now 48-33, except it hasn't been updated. I feel like that's twice they've missed updating the score. Gabe passing it into Isaiah. I missed what happened there. Sorry. Isaiah over to Tyler. Up to Gabe. Down to Ben. Ben looking back to Gabe, and it's called for 3 seconds in the lane or traveling. I didn't exactly see what the ref did with his hand. Sorry. Gabe coming over. People talking about the score here on the bench as they come down. Tanner looking for a drive there. He does make the drive. However, Lance is unable to get the rebound after it misses. Tanner looking to Lance. Lance with a great shot, and he does manage to get it in. Some really great post playing by Gilmanton as well as by the Lancers. But Gilmanton has a couple more people, I feel, that can do it, which is an advantage for them, of course. Gabe off to Isaiah. Isaiah's going to take the long 2. It's no good. And in comes 11. Jonah trying to get a jump ball there, but unable to, as Dakota makes sure to keep the ball moving. Over to Jaren, who's back in again. Jaren back to Dakota. Dakota back to Jaren. Jaren back to Dakota. And Dakota's going to take the 3 now. And it's no good. Lance coming out of nowhere to get that rebound. Passes it out to someone and misses it. Good job there by Isaiah of boxing out Tanner. And the Lancers will get the ball for that. I think Tanner should have been called for over the back there after what they were calling on Ben earlier, but wasn't called, so down comes Isaiah. Over to Gabe. Down to Ben. Ben driving, unable to get there, however, to Isaiah. Jonah taking the long 3, and it rolls out. Lance is crushing the board. Ben stealing the ball, goes up for a shot, and it bounces out. Dakota getting the rebound this time. Ben's shots, he has taken so many shots today and has made so few. Isaiah hustling hard after the ball, ends up on the floor. Ben doing a great job on defense. Isaiah ends up with the ball in his hands after Dakota taking a shot. And Tanner with a blatant foul there on Gabe as he drives down. Probably actually worth it there for Dakota, as Gabe almost always makes those breakaway layups. However, he did pretty well with his free throws earlier too, so hopefully he can continue, and a timeout called by Coach Williams. I still think the score is 32-31, but the refs all agree that it's 31, or the books all agree that it's 31, so. Score is 50-31. I don't know how well I've been keeping up on that, so sorry for that. 8:47 left here. Timeout coming to an end here. Lancers down by 19, so definitely going to be hard for them to come back from that in 8:40. Not undoable, but they've been down the entire game from the first point, so a comeback now would be pretty incredible if they could pull it off. But if Gilmanton keeps hitting their shots, I don't know if they could do it. Gilmanton's shots have just been so on point tonight. Even with almost a perfect defense, it would be hard to keep Gilmanton from making points, which is basically what the Lancers would have to do if they want to win this. Gabe makes his first one, keeping that above 50, I think, for the Lancers, and his second one rolling off here for the Dakota getting the rebound. He will jog it down the court. Looking to pass it back to Jaron. Jaron back to Dakota. Dakota back to Jaron. Jaron back to Dakota, and Dakota will take the three. Bounces out. Gabe going in for the rebound. However, Tanner is there to get it, and he makes a shot there. Isaiah back to Gabe. Gabe driving in here. Gabe taking a three, and it's good! Second three for the Lancers of the game. Great shot there by Gabe. Jaron bringing it down fast. Looking in to Tanner. Tanner going in, and he makes another shot. Great job there by Tanner. Again, Ben not able to play too hard of a defense, not being able to foul one more time here. Isaiah with a great pass over to Jonah. Jonah back to Gabe, and Gabe's going to take another three. This time it's no good, and it's rebounded by Gilmanton. But it was worth another shot, I think. Rude up to Tanner. Tanner back to Rude. And great job there by Ben of taking that point ball away. Great pass there to Jonah. Jonah back to Gabe. And Gabe definitely fouled. That'll be his third personal, team second. In comes Britton for Tyler. It'll be Lance's ball underneath the basket here. Gabe will be passing it in for the Lancers. Gabe looking for someone, finds Isaiah. Isaiah into Ben. Oh, and it bounces off Ben and right into Jaron. Not sure what happened there, but Jaron bringing it down pretty quickly there, but the Lancers falling back on defense. Nice pass into Tanner there. Great job by Isaiah there. And that time it'll be called on Ben. That'll be Ben's fifth foul, I think. And he will be out of the game with 7 minutes left. Tanner making his first shot. Score is 54-36 with 7:07 left. Another great shot by Tanner, definitely keeping it above 50% here. Isaiah up to Gabe. Gabe back to Isaiah. Isaiah going over to Jonah. Jonah to Tyler. One thing I haven't mentioned here tonight is Gilmanton really has a crowd going here for them. Definitely getting that crowd advantage, home advantage here. We have quite a few fans as well here for an away game, but Gilmanton's fans really seem to be hyped up about this game, so hard for the Lancers to get hyped up after they've been down 20 almost the entire game here. Isaiah over to Britton. Britton back to Isaiah. Isaiah looking for a drive, ends it up back in Gabe, and Gabe's going to take another three, and he makes it. Gabe has to have scored almost half the points for the Lancers. Jaron down on the wing here. Looking back up to 20. 20 back to Jaron, down to Tanner. Tanner looking into 40. And 40 looking around. Britton gets the rebound, and it's definitely fouled there by number 20. Number 20 is Cody. That will be his third or fourth, I feel like. Second. Oh, wow. Sometimes I'm really off, guys. Sorry. Team's fourth. Isaiah bringing it down the court. Looks over to Gabe. Gabe looking into Jonah. Jonah back to Gabe. Gabe driving by, gets it to Tyler. Tyler puts it up, and it's no good. Dakota coming down with the rebound, hustling down, looking over. Nice drive there by Tanner. Tanner looks like has made 1,000 points this season. Oh, not this season, but in his lifetime, or in his high school career, he's made 1,000 points. So congratulations to Tanner here. I think the Panthers called a timeout there for that, so. Lance is now down by exactly 20 points here with 6:16 left. Tanner is a senior, so. Crowd getting really loud here. I don't know what an average is for a high-scoring high school player, but I'm assuming 1,000 is pretty good, so. Isaiah will be passing it in to Tyler here. Tyler right back to Isaiah, and Isaiah will bring it up. Isaiah to Gabe. Gabe going around to Isaiah. Isaiah driving in, trying to pass it out, unable to. It's a hustle down the court, and Isaiah manages to pick his ball back up. Good job by Isaiah. He's looking all the way down to Tyler. Tyler up to Jonah. Jonah with a good drive up to Tyler. Tyler looking all the way over to Isaiah. It's almost stolen by Jaron. It is. Gabe will play defense on him. Great move by Jaron there. Jaron really does a good job with that spin move there at the end of his drive. Gets him that layup point almost every time here. Gabe has the ball up top. He looks down to the wing to Tyler. Back up top to Isaiah. Isaiah across the court to Jonah. Jonah's going to look down but not find anyone and go up to Gabe. Gabe takes a long three, and it's just short. However, Jonah's there for the rebound up to Tyler. Tyler takes the long three. It's also off, but Britton's there. He puts it back up. It looked like he might have been fouled there. 20 ends up with the ball after, but Tyler steals it back. Gabe has the point. Gabe drives by and gets it stolen by Dakota. Dakota hustling down the court against Isaiah. He's going to go up for the shot and be fouled by Isaiah Plath. That will be Isaiah's third personal, maybe. Team's fifth. Hey, I was right. Third personal, team's fifth. 40, Dakota shooting 2. Lancers now down by 22 points. Make that 23 points. I feel like the Lancers might be losing a bit of heart here and not trying quite so hard here at the end, since it looks pretty hopeless for them winning. But overall, still a great game here for them. Gilmanton just making all those points, especially early on, just gave them such a huge momentum advantage that it just kept carrying over and over. Gabe back to Britton. Britton's shot is over. Lancers seem to be taking quite a few threes here. Jonah definitely hustling over it, and it pays off for him. No, Lancers aren't going that way anymore. Never mind. Wait, never mind. The ref did originally point Lance's direction, but that was overturned, and it's now Gilmanton's ball. Jaron bringing it down. Jaron to Tanner. Tanner taking the three, and it just rolling over and making it in. Make that 1,003 points now here. Isaiah bringing it down the court. Up to Gabe. Gabe almost took the three, but drove in instead. Almost makes it, but gets his own rebound and puts it back up. Gabe having a great game here so far. Jonah going down the court here. Jaron getting pressured, manages to find 11. Tyler going back up to Dakota. Dakota down to 20, who puts a shot up but doesn't make it. Britton over to Isaiah. Isaiah down to Tyler, but the pass is too high and goes out the door. Good look there by Isaiah, just too much height. Score 64-40 with 3:47 here left in this game. Down the court comes Jaron. Playing a great game of point guard here, Jaron. He drives in again, pulls out, passes it to Dakota. Dakota taking that long three, and it's no good. I can't remember Tanner's name suddenly. I just remembered it. And Tanner hustling after it, pushes the ball out of bounds. In comes both Daniel and... Remember his name from... I should remember his name from the JV. Austin. There we go. Austin will pass it into Isaiah. And in comes 32 Lance for 2 Jaron. Ooh, sorry, I'm getting tired here, guys. Isaiah will bring it up the court. Over to Burton. Back to Isaiah, and Isaiah traveling before he drives in. Isaiah still must have like a stutter step or something before he dribbles. I haven't seen it, but the refs have called him twice on that here tonight. Bringing it down the court is Tanner. Tanner over to 11 Tyler. Back to Tanner. Tanner back to Lance. Lance trying to pass it in, but Isaiah's there to pick it up. Isaiah bringing it down over to Daniel. Daniel puts up the shot. It's a bit short, but Britton gets in there to get the rebound. He goes back up and puts up a shot. Good. It is now 64-42. Tanner will bring it down once again here, now acting as point guard as Jaron got out. He passed it almost straight to Isaiah. Good job on Isaiah of reading that one. Isaiah driving through all of their team and ends up passing it to Daniel. Daniel will take the shot, and it will be out of bounds and out on Gilmanton, so it's the Lance's ball. Score 64-42 here with 2:36 left. Jonah will be passing it in for the Lancers. Out comes Isaiah, and in comes Jeremy. Jonah passing it out to Austin. Daniel with a great drive there with a nice finish, but the ball doesn't end up falling into the court. Looks like we have all freshmen on the court again. Here. Great drive there by Lance. Nice pass by Tanner. Jonah coming down the court. He passes it out to Daniel. Daniel looking back over to Britton. Britton looking across to Jonah. Jonah back to Daniel. Daniel over to Austin. Austin across to Jeremy. Jeremy down to Britton. Britton looking for the drive, but not finding one. Back up to Austin. Austin across to Daniel. Daniel driving in. Good drive, but no finish there. Tanner will bring the ball down the court. We have a white timeout here. Full timeout here by White. Minute 42 left. Score 66-42. A great game here by both teams. Lancers played hard, but just unable to compete with Gilmanton's. I don't know so much the team, but just how many shots they were making tonight. Looks like it's going to be Gilmanton's ball. 13 has the ball. 13. Brad. Brad playing up from JV as well as number 2. That's Jaron, I guess, again. 34 looks new. That's Carson. 34 also playing up from JV. Look if there's any other new faces. Nope, those are the only 2. Good job there by Jonah. Jonah hustling down, passing it just before Jaron can steal it, trying to go to Levi. However, Tyler is there to prevent that. Good look. I don't quite think it was there, but it was a good thought there. Lancers will keep the ball, however, as Tyler pushed it out of bounds. Daniel passing it in. He will chuck it into Jonah. Jonah to Jeremy. Jeremy back to Jonah. Over to Levi. Levi to Austin, and Austin with a great drive. Nice finish. And he scores another point. The score is now 66-44. Down the court dribbles Tyler. Tyler to 33. 33 taking the long 3, not making it. 33 also playing up from JV. That's Devin. Jonah bringing it down the court. Over to Austin. Austin taking the 3, and it's good. Score now 66-47. 38 seconds left here. 35, 34. Passes it into 34, back out to, I can't remember the JV guys' names anymore. Anyways, they're passing it around. Good passing here by Gilmanton, and there's going to be a foul call. What? Travel called. Daniel will pass it in with 21 seconds left. Jonah brings it down. Jonah jogging down the court. Jonah's looking, finds Jeremy. Jeremy takes the 3, just barely off there, and 11 getting the rebound. 9 seconds left. Levi playing some hard defense a bit. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and a shot that's off was taken by Brad. Good game here by both teams. Well played. Final score 66-47. Thanks for watching. I don't know if we'll be broadcasting tomorrow's games or not. I have stuff going on, so I will not be able to, but we might be able to find someone who can go. Probably not to both of them, but maybe one of them will get done. Thanks for watching.